NoSenseGamers.
Hello everybody, welcome to a sunny game of tennis. I'm your host for today, and commentator. I'm Dan, and I'm here with Christoph.
Hello. Looks like it's going to be a great game today. We've got Andy Murray versus Djokovic.
Two players that have been prominent this season.
As far as I'm aware, Djokovic has always been the taller player.
I believe so, yeah. He starts it off with a great serve. Definitely putting his effort in today. Come out for the fight.
He's got Andy Murray all over the pitch, up and down. Look at him floundering around. That guy's not even doing anything about it.
How much do you think the weather is important in a game of tennis?
Well, the weather can change at any time, especially if you're in somewhere like London, where the British weather is not that great, you know. Everyone knows it rains, but today it's actually sunny for once. The wind can change, the sun can go inside, the rain can come out, anything can happen. But yeah, the weather's definitely an important part of it. If the sunlight's in your eyes, it makes playing the game a little bit more tricky because you have to try and decide what you want to hit first, the sun or the tennis ball.
Of course. The weather always plays an important part here in London. This final especially. A few years we've had difficult weather and always had the rain coming out to spoil the day, but it looks like the people running the show this year have really been on form, and the pitch does seem to be in good nick. The court, sorry.
The groundskeepers have done a great job of maintaining the court. These courts get used all the time. For the final, we're obviously using the center court. I think a couple of charity games have been taking place at the same time, so there's a little bit of tread. It's obviously hard to keep moisture in the court on the grass when the weather is consistent as this, so you will get a few dry patches. But as long as you're not going to fall over,
30 all.
The grass is great.
You gotta keep it a little wet. You need a little bit of slip in there.
Otherwise,
you're not gonna be able to get in. You keep your studs in the ground.
You need to keep it a little bit moist so you can slip in just enough, and get at least a couple of games out of it.
Of course. Well, it does look like we've got it as 30-30 here. Both players were really going for it today, but I think it's definitely gonna turn out to be a good game if the weather holds up. Who's your favorite in this competition?
My favorite so far is Djokovic. I'm gonna stick with this guy and see what happens.
Of course. He was last year's champion, and Murray didn't even make it this far last year. But with Nadal out and Federer injured, I think it definitely could be.
Boris Becker, he was knocked out not too long ago.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, maybe 10, 20 now. He was knocked out, yeah.
I think it was actually like 7 years.
But it does look like we've got Djokovic. Djokovic pulled ahead with the first game. We're going to switch ends now, and that's our umpire there you saw on the screen.
Umpire, I think his name is Youssef Francois.
Mr. Francois. He's quite a name in the tennis world.
I don't know anything about him.
Well, Djokovic himself has had a few run-ins with him, both on and off the court. They've had a few disagreements. I think it's good for the game.
Hello. And so the game continues.
We had a little interruption there from the weather.
That was someone bringing you some tea.
Just like a good cup of tea. Definitely suited to this particular event. Strawberries, cream, and even a good cup of tea.
A good cup of lemon tea, or mint tea, or chamomile tea, or I prefer Earl Grey tea with a little bit of bergamot.
I see your taste there, yeah.
Lavender tea, fruit tea.
30 all.
Of course. Did this ever take you back to your days in the court?
And a little bit of Darjeeling tea as well.
Of course. What about your days on the court?
40,
when I was playing tennis, we didn't have any tea. We just had we'd be given a jug of water, a banana, maybe even a hot dog every now and then. And the coach would be like,
deuce.
You know, you're going to eat the hot dog, keep your energy levels up, keep positive, and then just fucking play tennis.
Of course. There's a little bit of juice going on here, and I think this game is even. It is an even game. Yeah, I gotta go with you in here and think that Djokovic will pull ahead in this game. He's already got the advantage.
That's the most advantageous place to be, is with that advantage.
Of course. We do see a few times in this game that Murray looks like he might be pulling it back, but Djokovic again gets the second game.
I don't think Murray's had any chances all the way through this game.
No.
He couldn't be any further from pulling anything back at this moment in time.
Of course not. But you yourself won this tournament a few times in the past. Not too recently, but you know, with your injuries you faced and the difficulties you've had, you did have a good career.
I mean, I've played here at least 3 times, and I've won at least 2 times. The third time I played, I went for a lunge on the last shot of the game, of the set. And as I lunged for it, my leg came off at the knee, and so I had to retire after that.
Of course, you know, your surgery was all over the news for many years. The fact that you lost your leg and you suffered some spinal cord damage and even a brain injury, I believe, was.
Yeah, as I lunged for the ball, I overstretched. They put it down to tendon tension. So as I lunged, my tendons gave way and cut my knee off. My leg came off as well. The knee that went up into the stands. Someone jumped up and caught it. I think there was a bit of a fight to see who could keep that as a souvenir. As I fell over, I think my racket actually impaled in my skull and gave me a little bit of a concussion. And then, you know, once I fell over, I twisted my back a little bit. It broke in half, and then so I had a little bit of back trouble for a short time after that. But I made a full recovery, and it wasn't all that bad.
40-30.
It does look like this game is, you know, I think Murray might he has to hold it here. He has to hold it here. He himself, much like you, has seen some injuries, and not quite the common injuries that we see. Like
not the common injuries like I've had. I mean, I know other players who've had injuries worse than mine, and all the time. Murray, I think he had a sprained leg, something like that. So at least he gets the rare injuries that don't trouble many tennis players these days.
Of course, yeah. With it's just a good medical team, a good coaching staff. You pull everything together, and you're gonna be a good player. You're gonna got the confidence as well. You know, you just don't let the little injury bother you.
There's a little bit of a snapped spine. You know, a little bit of your leg falling off. Shouldn't let it get you down. Pick yourself up and carry on playing the game as best you can on one leg with no spinal support.
But it's like Murray's finally putting up a fight. Djokovic's serves have been pretty fast today, looking at about 148 on average.
I mean, I was playing one game and a guy served with about a 350-mile-an-hour serve.
I saw that game. I believe you lost one of your testicles that game.
No, I was in the stands. He served the ball. It killed the player outright. Kept on going through the wall of the stands. I was in the VIP and it hit me in the nuts.
Well, it does look that this is over. Djokovic won straight. I thought Murray might at least put up some sort of a fight, but it doesn't look that way.
With the picture there, it's like Murray's being like, I'm going to win this. He didn't win at all. He was shit.
Djokovic has got to stick up his ass.
Djokovic has got his mouth open like he's blowing wind.
Blowing wind
into the dreams of Murray's face.
We've got our champion for this year, and I hope everyone enjoyed our little game of tennis today, and we'll come back for more later.
It's been great.
Right, thank you for listening.
NoSenseGamers. NoSenseGamers.